Well, a former military head of state, General Abubakar, is calling on Nigerians to stop trading blame and focus on ending the current ethnic clashes, which he describes as unfortunate. At a press conference yesterday in Minna, capital of Niger State, General Abdulsalami expressed concern that the clashes are adding to the challenges of insurgency, banditry, and armed robbery in the country. Speaking in the same vein, but in another occasion, President Muhammadu Buhari reiterated his commitment to working for the continued unity of Nigeria and vows that crisis sponsors would soon be identified and punished in accordance with the law. And still on the same subject, the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Cultural Group, Afenifere, the Arawa Consultative Forum, the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Group, Ohaneze Ndigbo, and the Pan-Niger Delta Forum have all called on National Security Advisor, Major General Babangana Mungono, and other security chiefs to go after criminal herdsmen terrorizing the country rather than touring the country in search of an elusive peace, they say.
Well, joining us now from Abuja is Patrick AGBAMBU, President, Security Watch Africa, for more on this. Glad to have you join us, Patrick. Patrick,
thank you.
I know you can hear me all right. The President says we will identify and punish those who are stoking the embers, of crisis. What's your sense of that statement, and who could these people be?
Yeah, my sense of that statement by the President is that the President himself is acknowledging that there is tension in the country, serious tension. Some people, for their reasons, some have said political reasons, and some have said for selfish interests or regional interests, stoking the ember of tribalism or regionalism or whatever sentiments they carry, and that is actually heating up the country and dividing the country further in line of tribal and regional ways, which really doesn't mean well for anybody. So to me, the President is acknowledging, yes, there is, but I believe that the government should move further, not just acknowledging or stating it, to take action that would ameliorate or sway or take care of this tension that is all over in the country.
Okay. Mr. AGBAMBU, what of those who say that action speaks louder than words and that it's not sufficient to go after people who are stoking the embers if by your own actions you seem to be feeding the rhetoric that, for example, to do with lopsided appointments, that there is tribalism at the heart of governance?
Yeah, I really don't think that, for instance, let's look at those who are clamoring for certain reasons. Some people are talking for restructuring and different, some people are calling for regional security arrangement, architecture and all that. Yes, behind some of this clamor is the allegation of lopsidedness in terms of appointment. But when you look at the appointment critically, I don't want to agree that there is lopsidedness. Unless if you a casual looker, but if you look at it and analyze these appointments, then you may be able to see maybe what the President is saying, why he is saying that there is no lopsidedness. Really, there are reasons. There are sufficient information at the disposal of the President in making some of the decisions, though it may not go down well with some people for some obvious reason, some interest groups and all that. But I think by and large, the most important thing is not to create crisis in the country for whatever reason. Let's not forget, not too far from us, Rwanda, when issue of tribal sentiments created a lot of genocide. Let's not forget other places where things like this happened, so that it won't do anybody any good. I think rather, I think that those who wish or who feel that the current government has not done well in terms of appointments should rather go to the line of democracy, start strategizing for the 2023 election and see how they can take over powers and carry out than creating confusion or trying to divide the country.
Mr. Patrick, let me go to Niger State, where we've had another school abduction barely 2 months since the last Kankara schoolboys abduction happened. What do you make of this, especially because just days ago, we were told that the leader behind the abduction of the Kankara schoolboys laid down his weapon and received amnesty from the government in Zamfara. How much of a failure to hold those responsible for previous kidnappings and abduction is fueling a recurrence of the school abductions we're seeing?
Seriously speaking, this is a bad situation. It's terrible that till date we are not able to take care of this issue of adoption of innocent school children or adoption of any citizen at all. I believe that the security agencies, most primarily the intelligence agencies and the governments at the local and state level should do more in terms of trying to take care of these issues. Like the scenario of what happened in Kangara issue, it's something that took time. They planned it before actions were carried out. And if the government were on ground, if these intelligence agencies were on ground, then they would have been able to unravel and prevent this terrible issue that happened just today. Going to what you said, I do not believe and I do not agree in negotiating for whatever reason with bandits or criminals. I think when you negotiate with them, you are emboldening them and empowering another group of persons. Yes, the group that carried out this particular act may not be the ones that carried out the one in Katsina earlier in the year. So because for whatever reason or information they got that these people who carried out the Katsina incident may have been paid, then these other people also did there so that they will also be paid. So that is the danger in negotiation. So it will continue reoccurring constantly. So I think that the government must work together with the security agencies, because I know that in the Katsina case, the military and the security agencies kicked against any settlement or any negotiation with these bandits, for whatever reason, that they really wanted to go all out and do it. But government thinking that it will put the lives of these children in danger if military actions were taken and they may be killed. So those are the issues that I think now, as we speak, the security agencies with the government, both at the state and the local level, should sit down and structure a way to be able to get these children out as soon as possible. Then not sit down and wait for another attack to happen, but to now go all out and get these people out. Then these bandits coming out to drop arms and whatever, and it has not helped. This is not the first time. It's several times all over the country when you see some of these criminals coming out to say, look, we are no longer, we are renouncing our criminal acts. We want to follow the path of the law. They come back again.
All right, Patrick.
They come back again. And so really, I think that government must go beyond that.
All right, Patrick, you're aware of the incident that occurred in Shasta, your state. Five or so northern governors have visited your state and they've agreed to help rebuild the market there. What do you make of this gesture in terms of the ethnic, sort of stoking up ethnic differences in the nation that the former President Abubakar has come out to talk about?
Yeah, that gesture, as much as it seems welcome,
Do you hear me?
I see it more of politics. Yes, I can hear you. I said the gesture, the actions of those governors, as much as it's welcome, is more of a political move they are making there. We must look at what is the genesis, what is the background situation that orchestrated the Shasha incident. Nigerians are beginning to become more impatient with each other. I believe that if somebody commits a crime, it's not where the person comes from that is the issue. It's the person that committed that crime. What caused the issue in Shasha should not have, in the first instance, led to the damages and the destructions that we're seeing today. If Nigerians, just like the respected former head of state, General Abubakar, did say, Nigerians should show acts that will aggravate each other to such point. One of what led to the serious destruction is because there are a lot of ungoverned space in Nigeria as we speak. There are so many places where the security agencies are not present at. Shasha is one of those areas. The police station that is covering Shasha had been burned down, and so nobody during the End SARS campaign, so no policemen could be seen in that area. Before the military could come all the way from Ibadan to Shasha, so much damage had been done. So really, I think that Nigerians, in as much as there are a lot of grievances, people have a lot of ill feelings, we must situate where the problems are. It's not in the tribes, it's in the individuals. So we must blame individuals for the actions they are taking and not their tribes, and leading to tribal conflict or tribal wars. Then secondly, I believe that law enforcement agencies must make their presence felt constantly. There are many ungoverned space. I'm happy that the Inspector General of Police, IGP Mohammed Adamu, are sending some tactical team to Shasha area. But we shouldn't just be waiting for situations to happen, then we react. We must be proactive in our security arrangement and not reactive.
Okay, taking you up from that, and you may not get to answer this, but in completion, being proactive talks about prevention. What takeaways did we gather from the Kankara boys' abduction? We would have thought that coming out from that, we would have a decisive, defense strategy towards preventing such a thing happening again.
In that regard, answer to your question is that I would say that Nigeria, as a country, and Nigeria security agencies score below average in being proactive. I believe that there are a lot of incidents that have happened in this country that should have taught us some lessons, that should have helped us to be able to be ahead of these criminals, ahead of bandits or whoever they are before they strike. We must not wait for them to actually strike them. We'll start being reactive. We have not responded promptly when issues like this are coming up. There are always early morning signs. There's early warning signs when issues happen. In security, we say there are the crack in the window. When you notice a little crack, you must not wait until it becomes a very big opening. You must make sure you take care of it instantly. Before there is any attack, there are surveillances by these criminals. These criminals go into those areas to survey and to carry out their intelligence gathering about in and out of those areas. So,
yes, Patrick,
really, security agencies, I think,
we will have to leave it there, Patrick. Thank you so much for being on NEWSDAY.